That's what you say as you murdered somebody, right? You're getting killed by just the
as you're like trying to shove it in their eye and they're pushing back.
No, Mom.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Welcome everybody to Unsheathed Sword Reviews. I'm John.
I'm Vic.
And today we are going to talk about a very special item, the Tod Cutler 14th to 15th century English Armouries medieval Rondel Dagger.
That is a long title, John.
It is. Came out smooth first time though. Look at
that.
Excellent. So yeah, as some of you may know from previous videos, some time ago, Todd was kind enough to reach out to us and present us with some stuff to review for him. First thing being the Cleaver Falchion, which is amazing. You can check the review out on our channel, the link below. And then in addition to that, we got an email from him and his assistants who said, you know, we're going to send you out a little something else too. Just a little something else, just to kind of sweeten the deal. And we were thinking it was going to be maybe one of his eating kits or maybe one of those like peasant knife things that he has, like the eating knife thing. No, it was this dagger.
Yeah. We did not think it would be a $250 Rondel Dagger.
We did not think that.
No. Holy cow. I was genuinely surprised when we opened this up and got a look at it. And so this is going to be a kind of a quick review, more of kind of an overview of this thing. But holy cow, this thing is a freaking monster. Right, John?
Yeah. So I think fit and finish wise, it's a fantastic looking dagger. I mean, I hesitate to say that it's not pretty because I think on some level it is really pretty. It's very much form follows function, but it is not in any way ornate. I mean, except perhaps like if you want to look at the sort of rondel twisted nature of the guard, but it looks exactly like what it is, which is a can opener for people. So yeah, it is brutal in its simplicity and gorgeous, and I think it's really well executed. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's weird in terms of aesthetics. So in terms of the fit, everything is rock solid. Everything feels amazing. Yep. Nothing's moving whatsoever. This feels perfect in your hand. I have a couple of other Tod Cutler daggers. I have the Twisted Rondel Dagger and the 14th century Falchion. And I think that the Twisted Rondel, it looks a little bit more elegant. It's more simplistic.
Agreed.
This looks more vicious and violent. Like this looks like the Twisted Rondel, but on steroids. Yeah. Completely, even counting in the blade, this is longer and has, I think, more profile taper, and they're about the same thickness, but like this just looks scary. This looks very, very scary.
Yeah, and speaking of the taper, it tapers from 9.1 millimeters down at the base all the way to 1.7 millimeters at the tip. So this thing has a ton of taper to it, and it is literally just a rigid. You can put all your weight on it and grind it in between plates of armor.
Literally, like no flex in that blade whatsoever. And, you know, one of the theories as to why these daggers were shaped the way they were in the hilt, the rondels, where, you know, it's hanging on your belts, and if you're fighting in full plate armor, you're going to reach down, probably with like a gauntlet on, and need something to lock right into your hands and pull out without looking at all. And so that's what this design is. And can attest to that, when you have it in your hand,
it's not going anywhere.
That's not going anywhere. That is locked in there. Yep. Very, like you said, simplistic, but efficient.
Agreed.
Or effective. Yeah.
Agreed, yeah. And then with a little bit of the twisted kind of carving of the handle and the studs. But again, that's a very, very useful feature too if you're in a gauntlet, to keep that in your hand if it's muddy and wet and bloody and every other thing. You know?
Yep, keep it from moving around.
Exactly.
And if you look at Tod Cutler's website, they make several different types of Rondel Dagger. So it's really just pick one that like suits you, because now having played with two of them, I can say they're both equally awesome in terms of like their functionality. Right. Which, while not exactly, this isn't designed as a backyard water bottle cutter, we did say, screw it, and let's just see what happens, huh?
And it did better than we expected it to. You know, and a lot of that is just it has a very sharp edge, which is very helpful for cutting things. But yeah, with proper acceleration, we were able to cut right through water bottles with no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, the first one you did, you like cut that right in half. And I think both of us had a shocked look on our face, like, whoa, okay.
Didn't see that coming.
Not expecting that.
Yeah.
And we didn't do any kind of targets that had resistance, but I don't doubt whatsoever this would just penetrate for days. So.
I'm quite sure you could probably stab this right through a car door.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's that's what it's designed to do, is to penetrate like that. So yeah, this thing it's serious. It's got a nice thick, robust tip. Yeah, it's a serious piece. Another thing I like about it is that it actually follows traditional Rondel Dagger construction. So each of these, the top and the bottom, is actually 3 pieces, and it's hollow, which is kind of a neat thing. That's just the way they were built, so it follows that construction method, which I like a lot. And I think, touching on that, I think that's one of the coolest things about this is it's a great looking dagger, and I think it's awesome for like if you're going to do period reenactment or on your wall. It looks amazing. Like I have this displayed on my wall at home when I get custody, and I think it looks fantastic up there.
It does. On the note of wearing it, it does come with a sheath.
It does. Yep. Absolutely.
Through the magic of editing, we will make appear. So yeah, it comes with a nice leather sheath here, and like all Tod Cutler products, whether that be swords or daggers or whatever, the sheaths and or scabbards they come in are period accurate. So like this has a really, really nice shape on it here. The way it's stitched up and laced with the string to wear it, all period accurate, which is really cool. So like for me with my twisted Rondel Dagger, I feel like that would be a fantastic companion piece to like my 14th century, type 15 longsword, because that would definitely be a nice set, that dude in full armor. I'm just missing a poleaxe, but aside from that, like that would look really well. So yeah,
I feel like this would pair really well with my Tod Cutler 14th century arming sword.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So again, just need a big weapon. Fortunately, I've got a poleaxe. So,
yeah, there you go. Also on Tod Cutler's website, they have bundles that you can buy that are swords with companion daggers and oftentimes an eating set too. A lot of good value over there to check out. So absolutely.
So fit and finish, we like it. Handling, it does everything it's supposed to do. Overall value,
I think you get a lot for your money with this. I think saying 240, 50-ish US dollars for a dagger sounds like a lot, because like that is kind of very budget range for a sword. However, the construction and the fit and finish and just the aesthetics of this, I think, are all, if it were a comparable sword, it would be upper mid-range, I feel like.
Yeah, I think probably high end, to be honest with you, just given the historicity and the way it's put together and constructed. Yeah, I definitely think that. And to me, what you would get for this money sword-wise would not be on this level.
No, not at all.
Absolutely
You'd be getting very, very, very budget swords.
Yeah.
And this is a great way to get a very historically accurate dagger, because if you don't know, if you haven't watched our other Tod Cutler sword reviews, these are Todd's designs, but the forging of them is outsourced to a forge in India, I believe.
Yep.
Which is why this is $250 instead of $500. If you got it from Todd's workshop, if it were handmade by him, it would be probably at least twice the price.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to get some very historically accurate daggers that aren't terribly expensive. So yeah, I think this is easily worth $250.
Agreed. And I think it's the kind of thing that if you're going to collect sort of a broad range of muscle-powered weapons, a Rondel Dagger ought to be one of the things that you have. Or at least for me, it's definitely one of the things that I wanted. And to me, I'll never need another one. This is just everything I'd ever want in a Rondel Dagger. So
it's a really cool dagger.
Totally, absolutely.
So yeah, that's about all I got, John. Anything else?
No, I think I'm pretty good to go.
All right, yeah, so one more time, I want to say a big thank you to Todd and also to Lisa and Catherine, who we corresponded with via email for sending us that Falchion and this amazing dagger. Had a really good time checking out and reviewing both of them. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. So thanks for watching, and we've got some new and interesting stuff to review coming up here soon, so keep your eye on the channel and like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss anything.
And hit the bell for notifications.
Peace.